I was watching the snow fall and I was thinking about Christmas and what I wanted it to be. And I decided I wanted it to be a little bit slower, a little bit more meaningful. And this year I'm choosing gifts that last, pieces with stories, things that will be loved for years to come. And I'm making and decorating with intention, not pressure. And most of all, I want time with the family and friends to be at the heart of it. So, let the boughs fall where they may, and let's thrift our way to a Christmas that truly matters. So, with those words ringing, I and my friend decided to go and have a really lovely day thrifting. And it really was a lovely day, honestly. It was one of the nicest days I think I've had in a long time. We hit probably about 5 or 6 different thrift stores and just couldn't believe. And when I say thrift stores, these are proper charity shops that give back. And especially at Christmas time, I want to make sure that I'm not lining the pockets of shareholders. I'm at least some way giving back to the community. So this was in the next town over, about a 20-minute drive from home, and this place was so lovely. It was Salvation Army, and the lady behind the counter who was working there and who had set up this beautiful display, it was aisles of Christmas stuff, she was really enjoying it. She had set everything up so beautifully. She'd colour coordinated things, and every time she got a donation she rang the bells at cash. So it really set the atmosphere, and you really felt like, even if it was just something little, you were doing something for somebody else at Christmas. We did fill our bags at this place. We got some great stuff, some great bargains. But as I said, this was number one in the first shop that we hit. Then we travelled a little further and we went to a mall, which I'd been to before. I've been there on many occasions, but it's just so lovely to see everything dressed for Christmas. Next location is the Antique Mall in Hamilton, and every time I walk in here it just reminds me of watching one of Tarnished Treasure's videos. This place is great. This, right as you walk into the store, it's a lot of costume jewellery and bits and bobs, and really lovely. I really love this dog, and I meant to come back for it but completely forgot about it. I just thought he was lovely. This place is 4 floors, so it's 3 floors and a basement, an old department store, all different booths. This one obviously is fabrics and a lot of embroidery. This one, and like I said, I'm not looking for anything. If there had been a pillow that was specifically Christmas, I may have picked it up. But so we have lots and lots of different stores. There's a Beanie Baby, lots of bookstores, lots of mid-century kitschy. But as I said, it was really nice to see everything sort of dressed for Christmas. Of course, I'm always on the lookout for a good book, and this one, I've had a quick look through it, but it's always good to remember to have a look at on the shelves. I really like this ice bucket, and I think it was $55, which wasn't bad. Let me see, $57. Or was it 59? Which isn't bad considering a bit later on my friend and I find a smaller ice bucket for $85. So you're going to pay more in these places, but you're going to find there's more variety, and there's definitely, it's more if you're looking for something specific, there's more chance of you finding it. Just like I said, you're going to pay a little bit more, but the items are there. Could you even put a price on this delight? I don't think so. Really loved these two doll forms. They came with the cages and the dresses. I meant to go back for one of those. Do you remember that little jug I found the other week? These were a match for that. I think they were $20 each. And then just around, a lot of the stores do have discounts on them. This was that $95 for the size 5. I like this little pig. It was like I think it was a money pig, but it was cast, and I think that was a couple of $100. I did actually find lots of little things with mushrooms on. Like I said, they were very similar to that little jug that I found the other week. Lots of artwork as well, but I was specifically looking for items for Christmas. So I was looking for my granddaughter, and also for the kids. What I usually do is make up like a gift basket, and they're all starting their own homes now, so I like to pick up things that, well, this year I'm picking up things that are either made in Canada, in the US or in the UK, and items that they can pull out and use at Christmas, or that is well made and has got some substance to it, and the things that they can use either when they're entertaining or pull out at Christmas, and something that you remember. So there was a couple of stores that were very, very disorganized, but those are the ones that I really enjoy. I love looking through all these places where everything's sort of jammed in. You just know you're going to find something brilliant. This set was $175. I really like this. I thought it was really cute. But again, $175. There was lots of these items, the crockery that looks like fruit or cabbage, and again, some of them weren't badly priced. I don't personally collect them, but they are very cute. Last couple of places we visited, I didn't actually film. There was a big old theatre. Actually, it was like a banquet hall that was just gorgeous, and they had some amazing stuff in there. And then there was my local thrift shop just before we came home. But let's have a look at what I picked up. So a couple of items here were from the last place that I visited, which was the old banquet hall. So this is like embossed paper with glitter on. I thought it'd be really nice hanging in the kitchen. I think it's probably like a gift card, but I thought it's got a little velvet ribbon on. I thought it'd be lovely in the kitchen. Picked up these Christmas cards. I'm a sucker for foxes, so I had to grab these, and they're really nice. As I said, I've got a lot of cards, but come Christmas time, it's nice to send different cards to different people. I do collect salt and peppers. This is a newer item. I think this was $1.99, but again, Christmas time, you can't go wrong with Santa Claus and a nutcracker, and these actually go arm in arm. Picked up this little guy. I think he was $1.99. This was from Salvation Army. Just loved him because he looked vintage. Picked up this little book. I think this was $1.99, and it's just got some really lovely quotes and little stories and jokes. It's nice to put on the coffee table over Christmas when you have visitors, and the kids really love these little books. So that's a definite must-have for my coffee table over Christmas. I think I mentioned last week, I want to make something for Teddy's bedroom for Christmas, and Mom's putting in a little Christmas tree that's like a Grinch tree. So I wanted to do something with Teddy specifically, so I thought I'd picked up these little guys in the tartan, which are just gorgeous, and I thought I'd make a little banner. These were $4.99, so it worked out they were under $1 each, and you just couldn't buy them for that anywhere else. So I grabbed those 5 little teddy bears, and I'm going to use them in a banner with some of the gingham, red and white gingham that I picked up last week. Picked up this set of 10 little light strings, and they were all, it says brand new. I think I paid $5 for this, so they were 50 cents each. Got them home, and they are the prettiest little multicoloured lights. Picked up this book. I love Beatrix Potter. Looked through it, and as I flicked through it, I found that it has patterns for all of the little characters and things that you can make, furniture and all sorts. So I absolutely love this. I think this was $2, and honestly it's got all the little characters. You can make all of them, and I'm really looking forward to making some of these. I mean, who knows, if they turn out well, maybe I'll have a bit of a giveaway in the new year. When I reach 20,000 subscribers, I'm going to go absolutely crazy and have a massive giveaway. So hopefully, if they turn out well, I will be making these, but I will show you. I'll dedicate an episode to some of the little items that I've made, but that'll probably, like I said, that'll probably be in the new year. This little snowman is going to be a gift. I think this was, I want to say $4.99. It's a really lovely piece. It's made in Canada. It's well made. It's feels heavy. It's got a really nice feel to it, if you know what I mean. You know, you pick things up and they just feel good. This is one of those. This is going to be a gift. I'm going to fill it with stuff and wrap it in cellophane. This is a Christmas tree kind of skirt box thing. It goes around the bottom of the Christmas tree. I picked that up, $1.99. My son's going to have that. I'm actually going through my Christmas stuff this weekend, and he's having one of my old Christmas trees. These next few little items are amongst my favourites. This was $8. This was from the antique market, and this is just to add to my collection. I've got my red spode that I get out at Christmas, and I do love jugs. I don't have many little red ones, but I will be using that over my Christmas with my decor. This vase is gorgeous, is substantial. I have a lot of vases, but they're not very good. This was $5, and I thought it looked like poinsettias. It's so heavy, you could put any amount of water and florals in there and it's never going to fall over. So I was really, really happy to find that. This next item is probably my favourite find. One of my favourite movies of all time is Meet Me in St. Louis. And this is an original World's Fair from St. Louis 1904, which is featured in the movie. And I just love this. The minute I saw it, I thought, wow, what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to frame it in a shadow box. I'm going to put, I think, red velvet in the background and mount it in there and bring this out every year. And maybe do a decoupage, something with Meet Me in St. Louis or some music, I don't know, but I will show you in the next few weeks what I will be doing with this. But I'm so happy to have found that. I absolutely love that. I think that was $11. So again, great bargain. Picked up these 2 little bowls. Use a lot of bowls over Christmas and, well, all the time, but it's nice to have them specifically for Christmas. I love the little Santa faces. I thought they were very cute. These were $1.99 each. So I got 2 of those, and I thought they'll look great on the shelf, and again they're also useful. This was another lovely find. This is copper, and it's fa la 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 la. Now this will be going in the kitchen because it tends to be a theme in the kitchen, and I will either put it up in the window or across a shelf, and I think this was $2.99, which was again a really great price. Roll of tinsel was $1, and it will be going on one of my little trees. This was a great little find. This was $5, and it's a little reindeer. I have a Santa that my sister bought me many years ago. It's one of my favourite pieces, and I thought he would look perfect, so he will be going up over the next couple of weeks. Also $2 for this beautiful chair. Now I know it's for the summer, but $2, who could resist? Okay, let's decorate. It's finally time. So I'm starting in my hallway, and I decided over the last couple of weeks, I've made quite a few paper decorations. I decided I needed just a couple more, so I made these circular ones. I made a whole bunch. I think I want to say 16 circles in the brown, 16 circles in the blue, and then, as with the others, really easy steps, folded them all in half, marked them, glued them all together, used the tacky glue. This particular one is a little bit different from the one I did before. So I glued them all together, and then glued all the black ones in one spot, all the brown ones in one spot, all the blue ones in another spot. Took some ribbon, threaded it down the middle, pulled the 2 ends close together, and I ended up doing this in 3 different colours, and then they were all ready to go up on the grandfather clock where I was storing all my lovely paper made decorations that I was going to be putting in the hallway. And here they are. I put them all on the grandfather clock because I wanted them all to be hung up so I could see what I'd got. These are so beautiful. I really enjoyed making these. It's just taken me back to my childhood. I remember making them at Brownies when I was a little girl, and coming home and everyone thought they were so beautiful. We sat down and cut strips out of old wallpaper and made loads and loads of them, and they were all over the living room and the kitchen for Christmas. It was lovely. So I knew I wanted to sort of redo that in my hallway, and this is the hallway as it is right now. As you can see, I've gathered together all of my hats, or most of them. I've put them all together in the hallway. I've got a few different hooks that's holding them. There are a few more, a bowler hat and the top hat, that are still on the hall tree. I did keep up my little lights. I put these candles up last Christmas, and I just thought they looked so nice. I left them up all year. Hello. And I'm just taking these last few items off the hall tree, and I'm just going to be decorating it. And when it comes to the hallway, I knew I was going to sort of decorate the banister as I always do, but I wanted the focus to be on the ceiling, and I wanted you to walk into the house and just to take you back to have that lovely childhood feeling. When you didn't have colour schemes, you didn't have themes, you just had sheer joy and an abundance of different colours, and it was like Christmas threw up. That's what I was going for, and I think that's what I achieved. But I started with the banister. I grabbed this, it's just a real looking garland. I can't remember. I usually pick stuff up after Christmas in the sales when they're really cheap. And this is just, I usually wind them together. I just use the one here, and I've got this little set of battery lights that it's on a timer. I've got double-sided tape on the box, and I've just tucked it in behind the banister, and then as you can see, I'm just winding it around. This is just the red like plastic back velvet ribbon. I just folded it together, dangled it between the banister posts, and then just made a bit of a ribbon and tucked it in, and then just stuck it in where the there's like a little hook, and I just held it together with a pipe cleaner, and then I just added this one little piece of paper chain that I made specifically to put on the banister, and that was done. I set up my camera and I wanted to show you what I was doing on the ceiling, and what I did was I got the first one bit right. Our ceilings are really high here, and I got the extra high ladder, and I got up and I got down, and I was setting the camera up so that as I moved around the ceiling I was filming everything as it went up. The problem was, after this first try, I was turning the camera off. I was doing it the opposite way around, so I filmed this first bit with me putting the longer paper chains up, and then we're just going to skip to the finish because I messed up. Well, I hope you enjoyed the thrifting, the shopping and the decorating. Don't forget to come back next week for more, and don't forget to take a deep breath and try and enjoy the holiday season. Forget all the hype, forget all the commercialism. Do something for you, do something for your family. Try and make it as special as you can in your own way without having to spend a fortune, whether that's just spending time with each other, making crafts, making decorations, decorating together.